Do not let your hearts be troubled. Believe in God, believe also in me. John 14:1. Often we find ourselves in situations that wound us unexpectedly, especially when these wounds come from those who should protect and support us. It is painful to realize that the closest people can be the ones who hurt us, and this truth can leave us confused and sad. However, it is in these moments that we are called to reflect on our true support. Trust in God becomes essential in the midst of these difficulties. When challenges arise, and we are attacked by those who should be by our side, it is crucial to remember that our security does not lie in the opinions of others, but in a love that sustains and guides us. This certainty invites us to stand firm, even when we feel abandoned or misunderstood. How can we continue to dream and move forward in the face of criticism and opposition? Can we see beyond the pain and find the strength to carry on? These questions challenge us to look within ourselves and seek the courage that comes from unwavering faith. May each of us find peace amid the storm, knowing that even when everything seems to crumble around us, there is a greater purpose in our journey. Thus, as we face difficulties, we are encouraged to seek the presence of God, our true refuge. May we open our hearts and allow this strength to sustain us, even when the winds of adversity blow hard. We are ready to receive the renewed hope that comes from above and will guide us on our journey. The building of our lives often resembles the construction of a house. For this construction to remain firm, it is essential that the foundation is solid. When we face adversity, especially from those who should support us, it is vital to remember that our true security does not come from our relationships, but from a greater strength. It is in this context that Psalm 127 teaches us, "Unless the Lord builds the house, those who build it labor in vain." Psalms 127:1. This passage reminds us that without divine guidance and protection, all effort can become futile. Often we feel lost amid criticism and distrust. However, when we manage to anchor our hopes in something deeper, we find the courage needed to move forward. This is especially relevant in times of uncertainty, when external pressure can make us doubt ourselves and our purposes. When we encounter resistance from those who should be by our side, it is essential to look up and seek the strength that comes from our Creator. Life is full of challenges, and difficulties can manifest in unexpected ways. The voices around us can be negative, and the pain caused by criticism can demotivate us. However, it is at this moment that we must remember that, regardless of the circumstances, our security lies in something that transcends these voices. The promise that the Lord builds our lives invites us to trust in His wisdom and guidance, regardless of others' opinions. We need to understand that even if the world around us seems to crumble, we have an unshakable pillar that supports us. It is natural to feel the weight of words that hurt us, but it is important not to allow them to define who we are. When we look to the Scriptures, we find examples of people who faced opposition and remained steadfast. Just like Moses, who dealt with disbelief and complaints from the people he liberated, we are called to persevere. He stood firm in his mission, guided by the certainty that he was fulfilling a greater purpose. Our journey, like his, may be marked by challenges, but it is our faith that allows us to continue, even when those around us do not understand our actions. So, as we face moments of pain and distrust, may we remember that we are not alone. True strength comes from a deep and sincere relationship with God. He not only listens to us, but also gives us the courage to persevere in the face of adversity. With each step we take, we are strengthened by the assurance that He is with us, guiding and sustaining us. May we seek this connection, allowing it to empower us to move forward, even when the winds of opposition blow strong. Therefore, as we reflect on the difficulties and challenges we face, let us remember that building our lives on the solid rock of faith is the key to true prosperity. When the storm comes and negative voices try to steer us off course, we can find comfort in the certainty that the Lord is with us. He is the foundation that keeps us steady, even in the darkest nights. Believing this allows us to move forward with renewed hope, knowing that with Him we are more than conquerors. Lord, at this moment, I come to You with the sincerity of my heart. I acknowledge that at times I allow the words and actions of others to shake my confidence and my peace. I carry the pain of criticism and disappointment, especially when it comes from those I expected support and understanding from. Help me not to let these feelings hinder my progress. May I find in You the comfort and strength needed to overcome these adversities and continue building my dreams. I thank You, O God, for the support You always offer me, even when I cannot see it. I know that, as it is written in Psalm 127, "Unless you build my house, my efforts are in vain. But I trust that even amid confusion and pain, you are with me, preparing the way and sustaining my journey. Help me to remember that even when the voices around me are negative, you are the rock that keeps me firm and secure." In this moment of reflection, I surrender my worries and fears to you. Often I feel overwhelmed by the expectations and challenges of daily life. The pressure of work, strained relationships, and uncertainties about the future can be crushing. I ask you to help me find peace amid these storms, and that I may trust in your promise that I am not alone. May every step I take be guided by your protective hand. I know that the mission you placed in my heart is important, and even when I feel discouraged, I want to persevere. Help me to follow the example of Moses, who, even in the face of resistance from the people he freed, did not let himself be shaken. May I remain steadfast in your direction, trusting that every challenge is an opportunity for growth and strengthening of my faith. May I learn to look to you, even when the storms of life seem to want to bring me down. Lord, I surrender my weaknesses and insecurities to you. Help me to see each criticism as an invitation to grow and learn, not as a reason to give up. I want to trust that, even in difficulties, you are shaping my character and preparing me for the plans you have for me. May I find courage in you, knowing that true strength does not come from the absence of challenges, but from the ability to face them with faith and determination. Finally, I surrender my dreams and projects to you. May each of them be aligned with your will, and may I be an instrument of love and peace, even in the face of opposition. May I be a light in the darkness, reflecting the hope I find in you. Help me to remember that even when people fail, you never abandon me. May I continue to walk the path you have prepared for me, confident that with your help, I am more than a conqueror. Thus, Lord, strengthen my faith and renew my spirit. May I live with the certainty that in you I find a safe refuge. Even when the voices around me do not understand my mission, I know that you understand and embrace me. Thank you for your constant presence in my life. May I always seek your guidance and trust in your plans, which are always better than my own. In a moment of great tension, when the people of Israel had been freed from Egyptian slavery, we find the figure of Aaron, Moses' brother. Aaron was chosen by God to be Moses' spokesperson, yet he found himself in a delicate situation. While Moses was on the mountain receiving divine instructions, the people, fearing their leader's absence, began to revolt. They asked Aaron to make them an idol, a golden calf for them to worship. This story, found in Exodus 32, illustrates how doubt and pressure can cause even those closest to us to stray from purpose. Under pressure, Aaron gave in and built the idol, resulting in a great sin. This narrative teaches us that even amid adversity, it is essential to maintain integrity and faith. Often we are confronted with difficult choices, especially when those around us do not understand the mission we are following. External pressure can be overwhelming, but it is in these moments that we need to remember our true source of strength. When we look at this passage, we realize that Aaron, even as a leader, failed to maintain fidelity to the purpose that God had established. This makes us reflect. How many times might we also be tempted to take the easier path instead of standing firm in our convictions? The story of Aaron reminds us that it is essential to have discernment and courage to resist pressures from outside, especially when those pressures come from people who should be supporting us. The difficulty of dealing with distrust and rebellion from such a close group is a reality that many face today. Just like Aaron, who faced the disbelief of the people, we may also have to deal with criticism and distrust from friends and family. This can be extremely discouraging. However, true faith requires us to remain steadfast, even when those around us do not understand our choices or goals. It is important to remember that faith is not the absence of doubt, but the willingness to move forward despite it. Sometimes we need to seek strength in our relationship with God, who knows our hearts and understands our struggles. In moments of weakness like those Aaron faced, we can find comfort in knowing that we are not alone. God is always present, ready to guide and strengthen us. The story of Aaron is an invitation to reflect on the importance of fidelity to our convictions in the face of adversity. True strength manifests when we choose to stand firm in our principles, even when faced with external pressures. Just like Moses, who did not let himself be swayed from the path that God had given him, we are called to look upward and trust that the direction we receive is the right one. When we encounter criticism and distrust, may we remember that our mission is greater than the opinions of others. Our dreams and purposes hold value, and it is essential that we continue to pursue them. Each challenge is an opportunity for growth and strengthening of our faith. And just like Moses, who persevered despite difficulties, we can find the courage to move forward, knowing that our strength comes from God, who never abandons us. Therefore, as we face adversities, may we learn from the story of Aaron and seek in God the courage needed to remain steadfast. In moments of pressure, may our faith keep us anchored, allowing the light that shines within us to shine over the difficulties. May we be examples of perseverance and hope, even when those around us do not understand our mission. Often we face pains and challenges from the most unexpected places, especially from those who should support us. This reality can be disheartening, but it is crucial to remember that our true strength and security lie in something much greater. Looking at the story of Moses and Aaron, we are reminded that even in the face of criticism and opposition, it is our faith that allows us to continue fighting for our dreams and purposes. We are not alone. God is with us, guiding and sustaining us every step of the way. Therefore, as we deal with the pain of disappointments, may we remain firm in our convictions, always seeking the strength that comes from our Creator. Each challenge faced is an opportunity for growth and a call to remain faithful to what we believe. May we see difficulties as steps that elevate us to a new level of faith and trust. Let us remember that the Lord is our support, and He never abandons us, even when everything seems to crumble around us. May the peace that surpasses all understanding guard our hearts and minds, strengthening us to move forward. As we conclude this moment of reflection, I invite you to share your experiences. How have you found strength to overcome criticism and challenges in your life? Leave your comment below. If this message touched your heart, like and share it so that more people can be encouraged. And Dono Tum T, forget to subscribe to continue receiving words of hope and inspiration. Remember, with faith we are more than conquerors.